It was another day in the Squid Games, and you already know who is about to win them. And when the doors of red light, green light opened, I started dashing right onto the field. When red light, green light started, you already know I was the fastest. And right? As I was about to get to the finish line, I saw this other guy, and we started racing there, but sadly, he was faster. Then me, but later, he won't even be alive. So I let it slide. And then I got on this tree and started aura farming on all the kids that would get killed later on. And then this kid came along and tried to copy my aura, but failed, because no one can have as good aura as me. And then right when the clock went out, I ran over and tried to kill this kid, but failed. And then I woke back up and knew that it was time for Dalgona. And when Dalgona started, I went up and got the umbrella cookie. The front man must know I like the harder cookies to carve out. But what the front man didn't know is that I snuck a lighter in and carved that cookie out with no cracks. And then I started to aura farm. But these dumb kids had to come over here and ruin it. And then I woke back up in my bed and already knew what time it was. And then I went over to go get some food and had to push all these goofy kids out of the way. Then the lights went out. And then I went and tried to go kill all the goofy kids that were here and got some good jabs into this kid. And then I started to go kill tons of kids. Nobody was safe from the man behind the slaughter. But then as soon as the fun started, it ended, and the lights turned back on. But the front man must have seen my lighter in Dalgona and made me a hider. And when the round started, I went upstairs and found a room I'd hide in. But then this goofy goober kid came in here and I pushed him into the ground. And then right before the clock went out, I went and opened this door. But this dumb kid trying to trick people came and tried to kill me, but wasn't even close. Then jump rope started, and you already know I made it across. First try and watched a bunch of kids fall all the way down to there. Deaths. And then it was time for glass bridge, and we all made it across with no deaths. Then mingle started, and we had to get in rooms of 1, and we all passed with no deaths. And then it was time to get in rooms of 3. So I rushed in, and 2 other kids followed. But I needed some blood on my hands, so I went and sent this kid straight back to the lobby so we didn't have to do last dinner. 80 in? Then it was time for Squid Game, and I already knew how this was going to end, and I was going to be the only one standing. And then I started comboing this kid, but then he slipped up and I sent him back to the lobby. It wasn't even a fair fight for all of these kids. None of them are even close to my level of aura. But now me and player 222 can finally put all of this behind us.